watching this, you, like many other Americans, may be going through a hard time. You may be struggling a little bit. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe time in your life where you're transitioning from high school or from college, and it's just not a good time to enter the workforce or to be living by yourself. Maybe the rent in your area has just gone up significantly, and it's eaten into your income to the point where it's making it harder. Or maybe like millions of other people in this country, the rate of inflation has just gotten so high to the point where that paycheck that you usually get, those dollars, they're just not stretching as far as they typically would anymore. The cost of living has just gotten so high that you just don't have the disposable income to really do a lot of the things that you used to enjoy. So you watching this video, come here. Come on, bring it in. I ain't here to judge you. I'm just here to do two things. One, let you know that you're not alone. And two, let you know that I got you. I got you. I'm a professional struggler. I was raised in the project. I have a doctorate degree in struggleology from the School of Hard Knocks. I've been doing this for a long time. Not so much now that I'm adult, but for the majority of my life, I've been doing this. So today I'm going to share with you 5 cheap foods that you can buy during this recession. The food number 1 that you should definitely buy is chicken and rice. It doesn't get much simpler than chicken and rice. There's all types of variations of chicken and rice. This has been keeping people fed, and it's been keeping people swole up for years. Hundreds of thousands of years. And it's no exception that when we're going through a hard time, we got to go back to basics. We got to go back to the chicken and rice. Now, the best way to get to purchase chicken, in my opinion, is to just go to your local farm. So me, I live in Kentucky, and there's a lot of farms around here that are willing to sell you affordable, quality, nice, healthy poultry at a reasonable price. Now this is some chicken tenderloin I got from the grocery store, but as you can see, it's like $6.99 a pound. You can get a local farmer to definitely beat that price and give you a higher quality product. And also, when it comes to chicken and rice, another thing that you should get is pasta. So there I got a little bit of elbow macaroni, I got some fettuccine, and of course I got spaghetti down there as well. But yeah, pasta is definitely a staple. Chicken and rice goes together like Peter and Lois, like George and Jane Jetson, like Bonnie and Clyde, like Homer and Marge, and so does pasta and chicken. And there's plenty of variations that you can make when it comes to that. You can do like me and get like the pre-seasoned type of stuff, because I use this to make like chicken bowls and things. That way you're not going out spending an arm and a leg on Chipotle. So you just have to kind of think about how you consume these foods. And I think an easy way to do that is just to kind of take a look at your bank statement, see what restaurants you typically go to, and see what type of stuff you typically buy, and then try to make that stuff at home. Find that you'll quickly start to gain the experience, and to also give your bank account or credit card a break from constantly being swiped at fast food, constantly being ran through the servers at DoorDash. So chicken and rice is definitely a staple. Food number 2 that I definitely think that you should buy is flour and yeast. Look, I'm telling you this, when you really start to learning how to bake, it opens up so many different avenues in culinary indulgence. The thing that I really learned how to bake from scratch was pizza. And pizza may not seem like it's that great of a thing. It comes down to it, one, if you're a pizza eater, you know that you're spending a lot of money on pizza. You're either ordering pizza out, going out to get pizza at restaurants, or you're buying the pre-made pizzas like DiGiorno, which can run anywhere from like $7, $8, $9, sometimes $10, depending on what state you're in and which type of DiGiorno pizza you're buying. The price of pre-made pizza is getting outrageous, and oftentimes, depending on where you're at, there's not that many deals where you can get pizza. And then if there are deals to get pizza, it may not be the pizza that you like. But when you learn how to make pizza, you'll start making the pizzas that you like. You can adjust the sauce to the heat tolerance that you like. You can make the dough as soft or as thick or as thin as you would like to. And honestly, it doesn't take that long to learn. There's really only like 5 ingredients in pizza dough: yeast, flour, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, water, and olive oil. So there's like six. But it's really not that many. And it's a very easy thing to learn how to do. And once you get the basic concept down, you can start tweaking that concepts into making the pizza doughs and the pizza sauces that you really enjoy. And you can pre-make the pizza doughs, package them in your refrigerator. They're good for about 7 days. So then for a week, you have 5 different pizzas that you can make at any time to your own personal liking. Also with baking, you get things like cookies to make cookies, cakes, cupcakes, croissants, biscuits. All of these things are not that hard to make once you learn the basic concepts of baking and once you get the experience in doing so. And by making your own baked dishes, you'll start to become more confident in your culinary skills, and also you'll start to expand your palate in ways that you never saw imaginable, because you're not really out there spending your money or just doing things based on other people's taste. You're really building things from the ground up for your own taste. And for me, I would say that pizza is definitely one of my favorite things to make with flour and yeast. And I also really like Liège waffles, which are like a special type of Belgian waffles that you make by using yeast and flour as well. They're fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast. Also, another thing that you need to buy is you need to find you a green leafy base. Now, by green leafy base, I just mean like some type of green leafy food that you can put in your refrigerator and just pull out anytime that you need vitamins, anytime that you need nutrients, anytime you need a base to build a salad. My personal favorite is baby spinach. I usually go out, buy a tub of baby spinach, and I just use it in all types of things. I can put the spinach in fettuccine alfredo and make fettuccine spinach alfredo. I can put in an omelet with cheese and make a spinach cheese omelet, or I can simply put the spinach in a salad and use it as a base for a salad with a handful of chopped up baby carrots I got for 99 cents at Walmart, and some chicken that I just grilled on the stove really quickly. So yeah, there's a lot of different healthy things that you can build from a nice green leafy base. You just have to find the one that you like. Some people like romaine lettuce, some people like baby spinach, some people like just whatever that green leafy base is. Find that, and you can build so many meals around it. And you can see how long it lasts in your refrigerator. Which one you pick is going to vary. And you could schedule your grocery shopping time around when that's about to go out, so that you can make sure that you have everything that you need to eat a healthy, well-balanced meals every day. The fourth thing that I think that you should definitely buy is roasts. Roasts are fantastic because 1, they're simple and easy to make. 2, they're hearty. 3, they last in the refrigerator for a relatively long time. And 4, they're a very diverse food that you can make a whole lot of different dishes with. So my personal favorite roast, I really like making birria. If you don't know what birria is, then you probably haven't been on TikTok or Instagram, because birria is just simply a Mexican dish that is made from beef broth and a beef roast, or you can use lamb or whichever your preferred protein is, and then you essentially cook it in like a chili type of stew, and it makes like a beef, really rich, really flavorful Mexican beef stew. And you can use the consomme, or however you pronounce it, which is like the fat that floats to the top of the stew, to put on a tortilla and fry and make really, really nice birria tacos, which is my favorite way to eat birria. Also, the first time you make birria, it may be relatively expensive just because you don't have all the ingredients. But once you have all the ingredients, just like when you start getting the ingredients for everything else, you start to get a collection of spices and seasonings and things. So you don't have to really keep buying them multiple times. You'll have like these in birria, you use these chilies. I can keep using these chilies in different dishes and to make birria for a long time. So it's not like I had to keep buying the same thing over. I'll have most of the ingredients, and then after that, to continue making the dish, I mostly just need to buy meat and vegetables to put in it, which I can get from relatively cheap from either the local butcher, the local grocery store, or my local farmer's market. So it's pretty easy and it's pretty versatile food. So I would definitely recommend buying roasts. Alright, and the last thing that I recommend that you should start buying is start buying the ingredients to make your own drinks. You'll be surprised how much a lot of these coffee companies and these restaurants are charging for drinks that you can make simply at home with little to no ingredients and relatively cheaply. Like me, I used to work at Starbucks and I would be like flabbergasted when people would come in there, buy like a vanilla bean frappuccino, and I worked at the one at the airport for like $8, $7, $8, $9, and they did this every day when they could simply just go home and make these things themselves relatively cheaply without having to spend that type of money on it. So another thing that I would recommend, especially when it comes to drinks, is get you one of these. So what this is it's just a portable, it's just a small portable blender, and as you see it, I've used this actually today make my daughter a smoothie, and it's real easy to use. You just get ice, you get whatever frozen fruit that you like, you put it in there along with some milk and some whipped cream if you want it to be a little bit of creamy or heavy cream. I prefer the whipped cream just because it adds a little bit of sweetness to it. That way I don't have to add any additional sugar. And you just blend it together and it comes out pretty nicely. And also when it comes to vanilla bean frappuccinos, like honestly, if I'm thinking about it, I have all the stuff to make one and it'll be really quickly. Make a vanilla frappuccino. It's ice, milk, vanilla bean powder, or vanilla powder because I don't have vanilla bean powder, but this is just as good, and whipped cream. I just like to put a little whipped cream for sweetness. Press this twice. See, they're already screaming because they want it. And then boom, nice simple vanilla frappuccino. And this cost me like cents to make. It's my little buckos over there because they saw me making it and now they want it because I already made the smoothie earlier. Yeah, and the drinks. And like, if you really start to think about how much money you spend on things like coffee, sports drinks, like I have Gatorade over here. It's just a powder form of Gatorade. And 1/3 of a scoop of this makes 12 ounces. So I could easily just get like a water bottle, you know, like this, put a little bit of the powder in, and I can have Gatorade whenever I want to, and I don't have to worry about spending a whole bunch of money on it. So it's just simple things like that. And then lastly, I'll probably say the last tip that I would have for everybody, or anyone watching this, is to not let this time of struggle really define you as a person, and don't let this time of struggle really make you go out of character and make permanent decisions based upon a temporary situation. I recommend that maybe every day, if you have the time, or find the time, to go outside, take a look at the grass, realize that the grass is green, the sky is blue, and the air is free, and have some grace with yourself. Give yourself the permission to not think about all the things that are going on in your life, to not think about your struggle, to not think about the bills that you have to pay, to not think about the people that you need to help, but give yourself a little bit of time to yourself, to just enjoy life, and to say whatever happens in this next 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour happens, but I'm not thinking about any of that. Because when you do take the time to really sit down and to just enjoy life and to enjoy this earth that we were blessed to have our limited time to be on, you will realize that when you take away all this socio-economic stuff and all of these things that are going on in the world, you'll realize that the world truly is beautiful and that life truly is a blessing. And that's all I really have to say about that. You all, thank you for watching this video and enjoy your day. I'm out.